Okay, we're going to go ahead and give you a brief summary on how you should go about doing Chapter 10, actual versus standard food costs. But first, let me go ahead and zoom selection. Okay. Here's a spreadsheet or the template I just kind of set up. And if you have your textbook, you can refer to page 298, number 5. And it's just basically a 4-day actual versus standard food cost. What I'm going to be doing is typing in the information as I go. So if you have a chance to look at it, you can see where I'm extracting information. But the first thing that you have up there is for each day you have an actual cost for today, a standard cost for that day, and then you have a total or a sales amount for that day. So on Monday, our actual cost was $110, and that information is given. Actual cost to date is going to be the same since we are dealing just with that Monday at this point. Standard cost is $100. Now this right here just to show you, potentially we either had some waste or some pilferage or theft, exchange for a product or a food item. So any of that could result in the change of the actual cost of $110 versus what it should, or the standard cost of $100. Since we are just dealing with that first day, our standard cost to date is $100. Now our sales today that we recorded was $300. And since we are still dealing with that first day, what we have is our sales to date of $300. So this is that first line of information is all given in the example. Now what we need to do is calculate our actual cost percentage for today. This is the same exact way that we've done it from the beginning as far as calculating food costs, things like that. And since we're dealing with actual, what we're going to do is take our actual cost today and divide it by our sales for today. We end up with about 37%. These two numbers will be the same because the today and to date are the same. Now we're going to go ahead and do our cost percentage on a standard. What we should have had standard cost percentage for today should have been 33%, so it shows that we're a little bit off on the actual versus the standard. These two will be the same. Now here what you want to do is look at what your potential savings amount would be. So what we would do is we would take our actual cost less the standard cost, and we should have saved $10. These two will equal the same. And now what we want to look at is our potential savings for today. So we take that and we will divide that by our sales for today, and we could have saved about 3.33%, and these are going to be equal. Okay, and that's that first line, and this is all based on the information that is already given. Okay, now we're going to move into the next day, and just to kind of show you, our actual cost today was $160. So what we have here is our actual cost to date is our 110 from yesterday plus our 160 from today. So our actual food cost is $270. Our standard cost for the food that we sold today, or the delivery of services and products and everything, should have been $145. So we look at yesterday plus today, so our $245. Our sales, we generated $450 in sales. So for the week we're at $750. Our actual cost percentage today, we take our 160 for today, we divide it by our sales for today of 450, and we're at about 35.56 or 36%. Our actual cost percentage to date, we take our 270, which is our Monday plus our Tuesday, and we divide it by our sales to date, which is our 750. All right, 36%. Okay. Now we do our standard costs today divided by our sales number for today, and we should have been at 32.22. So again, we're going to have a discrepancy where we're actually incurring more costs than what we should be. And then we're going to look at our standard cost to date. And our potential savings for today was our 160 less standard cost of 145, so we're at about 15. And overall this week we should have saved $25. I mean, over these last 2 days. Yeah, so this week we should have saved $25 so far to this point. And what we're going to do is we're going to take our potential savings, so our 15 divided by our sales today. So about 3.33%. And let's look at to date. So over the last couple of days, we should have roughly saved about 3.33%. Now, I've done the first 2 lines. What you would do is continue to plug in the information that's given, making sure you line up your actual cost for today with your sales for today, and then your actual cost to date with your sales for today, and then do the same thing for the standard, and just work your way through the rest of the problem. So hopefully this will help you get through Chapter 10, which is your actual versus your standard food costing.